So happy to be back. I'm Kym Gold. I am from Style Union Home. I think most people know me from the fashion world from True Religion brand jeans, but I'm doing home fashion now, and it's pottery. It's amazing. I'm excited. It all started when my son took me to a pottery class, and I was fascinated by making things and started this hobby, which didn't last as a hobby very long because that's not how I do things. But I'm known to do things sort of out of the norm, and what I can't find in the markets, I make. So one of the first things I decided to make was links. This was my practice. This is raw clay. I keep it on my desk. It's called our Raw Noir, and it's very textural. It's very, I love the noise. I love the noise of things. Brings me back to memories of things that have happened, and they're just, it's like, get on the phone call and you get mad at maybe a buyer or something, you just hold on to clay. They help. But anyway, I used to have every Sunday in Malibu, we had dinners, the whole family. And my mom made lasagna and Caesar salad every Sunday. And so I couldn't find that bowl in the marketplace. I mean, we've been eating out of that bowl for literally 50 years, right? So this is a Nikki bowl. This is how it all started. And so I couldn't find the bowl. And so basically I made the bowl that my mom put the Caesar salad in. So I can use now this bowl with family, friends, my kids, and we build memories now with the things that we have made with Style Union Home. I'm really excited, actually, in our new space. We just moved here like 3 months ago. We have 6,000 square feet of potters, studio, showroom, office. It's amazing. We're going to show you around. But what I wanted to do is show you a couple pieces prior to what I'm going to show you, which is going to be the fun part.
But before you do that, Kym, I want to jump in. I'm kind of just Kym's sidekick over here. I'm Dawn. I handle marketing for Style Union Home. But Kym, what you didn't share, which was a pivotal part of all of this, is your mother's name, which is Nikki.
Yeah.
So you talked about the Nikki bowl, and I just want to bring that to everyone's attention that Nikki really was the inspiration, not just for the bowl, but for you wanting to further your legacy. And that really was about family. And also, what's the name of your kiln?
Nikki. It's actually, we have 7 kilns now. So it's Nikki, Laurel is her middle name. I have one after my Uncle Lonnie. I have Otto, which is my new puppy, and Poe, which is my older German Shepherd, who's always on the site. But it's true. I mean, thanks, Dawn, because you know how I get ahead of myself. I'm so excited about showing everything else. But family is really important to me. And family dinners, there's no TVs or phones on our lower level of our house. And this just really adds a really great conversation of memories about, you know, grandma, my mom, Nikki. And that's actually what it was about for me to start this company.
Do you have the original bowl? Do you have your mom's bowl still, that original bowl?
I actually do. And what we're going to do, I have a different style, and it's a whole different, I drink out of her mug every day, but it's a really beautiful glaze. And she collected all over the world teapots. So that's another thing. I really wanted to show her artistic side. She was a therapist, but incredibly artistic. And I just want to carry on her legacy. I want my boys to carry on the legacy. And I think that's a very important aspect of this particular business, is because that's my passion, is family and, you know, sharing memories. I mean, building memories. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
So the new collection, though, in the raw, which is super exciting and what we want to talk about today. So the lump of clay you were playing with there, kind of tossing back and forth, is that an example of, educate us about what raw clay is?
Yeah, okay, so to me, people say, well, you were in clothing, why are you in clay? Well, it's exact same thing. It could either be clay, right, which is the raw clay, or it could be clothing. I mean, it's the same thing. You have to learn what medium you're working in. So, you know, I know business and I wanted to learn clay. So I've really studied it. I can throw, I hand build. We have kilns, you have to biscuit. This is raw. Then you bisque, which is the second fragile space. Drying is the most fragile, bisque is fragile. And then you have firing, which then basically is the strongest form. And this is raw. We're going more into raw because of the texture. I'm just liking it more. I love glaze, but we have had such an incredible response from, you know, restaurants and designers and hotels to offer more of these types of just the raw state, right? I mean, look how cool this
So the new collection though is in the raw, and it's on our website under latest. So all the pieces are there, but the pieces are really, besides being really tactile and kind of grainy, so you really want to hold them and kind of rub your hands across them and all that. But yeah, they also, the shapes. So Kym, talk a little bit about the shapes, because the shapes in the collection feel very kind of amorphic. They've got a mid-century vibe, but purposeful to the 21st century. We are in the 21st century, aren't we? Yes, okay.
So what's interesting about where Style Union Home is going is, as most companies do, take a while to kind of find out your groove and what you like and really where you want to go. And we're going more with a lot of accessories and raw. And this is one of my favorite pieces. Is actually one of our best sellers. It's Elsie. And if you actually feel this, it's got a lot of texture. It feels like sand, actually. And if you put something in it, there's a hole and you can actually see the piece go through. So these are bookends. You can do a flower, lavender, whatever you want. But people are wanting to put a lot of accessories in their home. And what I've done too with the raw is add suede to a lot of our pieces. Reason why I do that is details are very important to me. When you talk about clothing, you talk about stitching, you talk about, you know, the tack buttons and the rivet buttons and the washes, and same thing. So I think when you have an orb like this that is handmade here
in LA,
every single piece is handmade here in LA. And, you know, that's important to me. I've always manufactured in Los Angeles. Each piece will be slightly different because they're handmade, which is why they're so beautiful.
So the colors, though, it's interesting to me too about the fact that we're using the raw clay. It may seem obvious, but let's bring it to everyone's attention, because maybe it's not obvious. It's raw. So the colors that you see are the colors of the clay. It's not glazed. There is no pigment added. That's the actual raw clay. So the colors, there are 3 colors, Kym, which are called.
So the thing about raw clay, which people don't really understand, is it's really raw. It's still fired, but it doesn't have what you call my Nikki Bowl a glaze. See the glaze? It's more organic from Malibu. So I find that I was getting a lot of inspiration by the sand, the ocean, the way it flows. Sometimes it's choppy, sometimes it's, you know, flat. And that's what raw is. It comes out with the actual color of the clay that you buy. I'm going to show you, it doesn't actually look like the color, but you know what the end result is. This will be noir, raw noir, raw blanc, and our new color, which I'm in love with, it's called birch. And the reason, oh my God, it's so cool. It has so much texture. I think you could probably get a callus off of this. Just kidding.
Or do a pedicure, actually. Do your pedicure.
Actually, pumice stuff. Is I like very earthy tones, and I like things to not, it's kind of like clothing. You want to wear your clothing. You don't want your clothing to wear you. It's the same with pottery and things that you put in your home. It's you want to walk in a room and have the feeling of, wow, I want to pick that up. It's soft. It just goes with the room. And that's how I'm designing now, is that every room has an element of Style Union Home that's soft, organic, and really has dual purposes, whether it's a vase, whether it's a picture, whether it's a bookcase, whether it's a catch-all or Jack, our new footed Jack candle. So once this is burned out, it's a catch-all. Same with Jill. Once there's a candle in here and it's burned out, use it as a catch-all. So we really like to be a very sustainable, self-sustainable company and have things that have dual purpose. And
so Kym, is somebody, are one of the potters working on something we can see?
So that's the surprise. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into my gorgeous pottery studio, and mind you, this is 3 months out and it's almost done. So I'm going to introduce you to my ceramicists, potters, collaborators. Love them. Let's go.
And you guys, this space is a work in progress. So what Kym was walking through is all still just being designed and built. Those sliding glass doors, you're going to be able to see into the back. Isn't that beautiful? It's amazing. Kym, it looks great.
Gorgeous. So like making pizza, let's say you go into a pizza place and you get to see the people making the pizza. Same concept here. These are my potters, my extraordinary ceramicists.
This is looking so good. What a big difference in last time we were there.
These are where we keep tools. Everything is labeled. Everybody who knows me, that's the best thing to do in business, is keep everything sanitary. Everything has a place. And what we're making today, I get to show you what we're making today. This is Will.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Will. Working on one of our alley vases, one of our new vases for the Raw collection.
And so this, what's interesting, what Will is doing, this is this actual color before you fire it. So this is birch. It actually looks gray while Will's making it. What's interesting about my team is everybody has an incredible degree. And I've been fortunate enough to steal them here. And, Will has a musical background and a degree. So I want to ask you, how do you like working here? Sorry, how do you like collaborating and being here?
Oh, it's great. I mean, clay was my kind of like art therapy for a long time on the side of music, and now getting to do this with you, it's actually not so different from music production in the first place, in the sense that like we're trying to create a brand and we're trying to create something that has its own signature among a lot of people, but at the same time, we're all bringing our own individual artistic sensibilities to it.
Nobody's done.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. See, we're all color coordinated. I do Chloe. Will does Birkenstock.
Now I see why you have the yellow skirt on today. So I have a question.
That wasn't planned.
I have a question for Will, though. This is really interesting.
Yeah.
How long does it take from the minute you start with the raw piece of clay to the finished piece after it's been fired and ready to be shipped? How long does that take?
It takes quite some time, because it'll take me, maybe 30 minutes to create a piece, but then it has to dry slowly to keep the integrity of the product, and then it has to be fired. And that drying process could be a week and a half, and then firing. Lots of our products go through 2 firings, so that's another 5
Very
days.
fragile.
Yeah, so it's probably 2.5, 3 weeks before from hunk of clay to finished product.
That's actually really amazing. I think.
Sorry, well, we don't have a lot of time, but I really want to introduce everybody too. And Amanda's making what we call my Dawn vases. This is Amanda. Look at, that's Dawn's vase. We named it after Dawn. And she just put that together literally like in the last 5 minutes. Charlie, Tim, Richard, Nina, Audrey. Now I get to show you our showroom space. Come with me.
It's looking so good.
It's while Kim's walking, what's so interesting is you think that when you buy these things in a store and you bring them home, you don't have a sense of the hands involved to make them, how long it takes. The fact that it actually has to sit there for 2 weeks before it can even be fired is extraordinary. I mean, these things are not stamped out and created in mass. They're created with the people that you just saw.
I mean, that's,
Wow,
you know,
this
the
is looking
interesting
great.
thing about when we get orders and there are people like, can we have it tomorrow? It is an incredible arduous process. And I think the biggest thing about this business, it's the same with clothing. It's just a different medium. And the people have to realize these are made by hand. They take time. And it's in LA. This new showroom is strategically across the street from the Soho House, which is fantastic. I curated our showroom with beautiful pieces from my home, shelving. The brick is beautiful. The ceiling,